Hello, hello, hello. It's so good to see you here today. I wanted to share some things with you. I have been thinking for a minute, for a long time, about how there's several things, and by things I mean healing modalities, that are all very interconnected that we don't talk about. We talk about them in a very segmented or siloed version where we only focus on that one thing. I do think that that's kind of the norm in Western ideology, unfortunately, but this is something that I have been sitting on for a very long time. Are you ready? Okay. It's a lot. You're good? Okay. So, here in America, we do a lot of psychotherapy. That's what we talk about. We're gonna go see a therapist. We're gonna go see a chiropractor. We're gonna go do these things. And a lot of times I think there's an idea that we're gonna go do this one thing and then it's gonna be one and done, it's fixed, we're done. And unfortunately, we're learning very quickly that a lot of times when it comes to healing, it is a very long process. It is not a year long, it is not 2 months long, it is oftentimes years long. And I'm here to break the news to you that unfortunately it's even longer than that, because you're going to be healing for the rest of your life. You're going to be healing from the things that have happened to you, and potentially you have healed several years of those things and maybe have healed them as much as you possibly can. But as you continue to grow and as you continue to build a life and as you continue to have new experiences, there are going to be things that trigger those experiences again. So maybe in the future I have a new relationship that is everything that I want it to be, and suddenly it triggers old relationships that I've had before, and I suddenly feel grief over the fact that I wanted what I now have with this person that I wouldn't change anything for, that I love, that I wouldn't change for the world, right? That this is how it was meant to be. But I might grieve for old Emily, past Emily, who thought that that's what she had with this particular person prior, right? And that's a great example because I think it's really relatable, but it happens in every single factor of our life, every kind of context or segment. And I just think that we are always going to be in this process, and there isn't a rush. And if we can stop rushing, and if we can stop trying to pinpoint exactly what went wrong or how to heal and how to get over it, then we can start enjoying the process of coming back together and coming back to ourselves, coming back to what we wanted to be in the first place, coming back into being able to achieve self-actualization, being able to achieve the highest version of ourselves, being able to accomplish all of the things that we've never thought we've been able to do before, and actually doing them. And once we're able to do those things, I think we're able to see that healing is so diverse. There is no siloed version of healing. There is no, this is the wrong way, this is the right way. And in fact, all of these things are interwoven. And in social work, we have a term called intersectionality, and it is the crossway of where two different things meet. And typically when we're talking about intersectionality, we're talking about disenfranchised populations where potentially we have a segmented identity. So if we are a part of a community of color and we're also part of a community of disablement, there's an intersectionality there where that identity has both of those two identities wrapped into one, right? And I want to take that framework and look at it in a different perspective, and I want to look at it in the sense of healing. And that healing is the fact that we have taken roots of healing from all over the world. We have taken roots from healing from Eastern ideology and Buddhism, and being able to incorporate chakras, and being able to incorporate philosophy, and being able to incorporate acupuncture and Chinese medicine and understanding of our anatomy and our body, as well as some of these things that we have now been able to take into America, into Western ideology, into psychotherapy, into these various talk therapies that we utilize now. And then in addition to those things, we are seeing an uptick in America of alternative types of therapies, where we are just now saying that there are other ways for us to heal and to express and to find cathartic release. And in that way, there is dance therapy, there is music therapy, there is art therapy, there is singing, right? And so I really just want to be able to put an idea, a perspective in your head that there is a reason and a need for us to push the limits and the understanding of what healing looks like and what is done, what action is created in order to accomplish it. Because truthfully, it is subjective. It absolutely is subjective. So whatever you need to do to heal, whether that means talk your head off, whether that means sing it to the choir, whether that means being able to be that person for somebody else, whatever that might be, do it. Do it for you. Don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for what you think you can accomplish later. Do it for you. And once you're able to do that, you're able to find a version of yourself that I don't know if you've ever known has been there. And I think you might recognize her once you do.